Gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Neds Silly Season. I am your host, Liam Fogarty. Joining me in the studio this week, maybe the coolest head I've ever batted with, Jack Lindley. How are you, my friend?
I'm very good, Liam. I may be the cool head, but you're the stroke master. So I'm calling you.
I've never been called that before, but I'm gonna take it. I might even put it on my LinkedIn bio. And then joining us on the big screen, he's out of town this week. It's Shad. How are you, my friend?
Boys, I'm fine. I'm in Sydney this week. Awful weather, awful city. But you know, we're here. We're doing the job. And I'll tell you what, without sport in Sydney, it is quite dull, isn't it?
Yeah. What are you doing down there?
I'm doing some shows at the Comedy Store this week, which will be good fun before I head up to North Queensland to do some stand-up shows up there. So if we have any punters that are in Townsville and Cairns,
come
along and have a bit of a laugh, make sure you come and check out some of those bloody shows. But I'm licking my wounds this week, boys.
Yeah. Oh, what?
Licking my wounds. I mean, we're going to get into it a little bit later on, but all my teams got absolutely smashed on the weekend and none of my bets got off. It's a dark day for me.
Next thing you'll tell me you bombed on stage. And
yeah.
Well, Monday night I don't want to talk about.
Fair enough. You boys might have to bear with me a little bit. I'm drugged up to the eyeballs. I'm suffering from, I think, bruised ribs after some serious cricket injuries. So I'm in a fair bit of pain, and lucky that you're bombing, Shad, because if I laugh too hard, I will probably start crying.
I think we can blame the producer, Rich, for those injuries as well. He's got a bit of body line going in the bowling machine too.
Should we give him a bit of a cricket update?
Yeah, let's do it. Let's get into it.
So obviously we're training pretty seriously now, and we went and I think we batted for about 3 hours on Tuesday. And it was 38 degrees in that tin shed.
Yes.
That is Blaze Cricket. Thank you very much, Blaze Cricket. But
Blaze in many ways.
Oh, certainly was. It was hot. It was humid. And I think I've discovered that our producer, Rich, turns into prime Dale Steyn with that bowling machine.
Yes. He was quietly celebrating every wicket he took, and he several times said to me, I've got Liam's number, and literally he's got the digits in the machine that get you out every time. He's dialed in.
Not just the digits too, the little knobs that you have to twist to line it up. We've used those bowling machines a fair bit, but we were not as accurate as Rich.
Oh, he's a savant in the bowling machine department.
Rich and I got into a bit of a battle. Like he was putting it outside off and pitching it too short for me to play. So I'd sneak out of my crease and try and play him a bit earlier, and then all of a sudden he's dropping it short on me and they're flying past my head. So hopefully he's not feeding the machine the whole time during the challenge. But we did put it...
What's the lay of the land with the challenge now, boys? For anyone who's fresh to the pod that isn't across it, how are we going? What's the target?
So we've kind of sorted out the venue, which Blaze Cricket. We've got our target, 634 runs and 11 plus hours. We're going for 24. We've had a few training sessions now. We feel like our scoring, Liam's scoring freely. I'm just trying to conserve my wicket. So obviously every time we get out, it's -5 runs. If Liam gets out, he seems to want to regain those 5 runs in the next delivery, which can often end up in a double wicket.
You're out there with a T20 mindset, mate. You got to remember, this is Test cricket, bro.
But I don't know how it happened. Like, I got out a couple times, and then almost literally the next ball after I hit a 4, and there was not many 4s hit during that whole session. We did put out a video last week, kind of showing the punters our journey and our training. And we got a bit of feedback. We got chirped by a friend of the show, would you say?
He's I've worked with him on the AFL Unpopular Opinions podcast. He does love to throw a bit of chat, him and Lynchy.
Do we name drop? Do we give him the
satisfaction?
Airspace? Yeah. I'm gonna do it. Tom Rockcliffe, ex Brisbane Lions player, chirped us the other day. What was the exact quote? Have you got it in front of you?
Let me find it.
He's come out of nowhere.
Quite direct with it as well. What he said is, we'll probably pop this up on the screen, but question is, have either of you ever played cricket at Jack Lindley, at Liam Fogarty? I would be guessing no.
What? Completely uncalled for. Rocky.
We've responded kindly, and then he's responded to our rebuttals. I bowl left arm express, so you both will be in trouble. We invited him down to have a bit of a face-off.
Yeah, you know what? Rock, come down to the nets and train with us, mate. I'm going to smack you all around the park.
Liam, I've actually got some more news on that front as well.
Yeah.
I did reach out to him and he is keen to link up, but he also shared a bit more feedback. He sent me through a video message.
Yeah, okay.
But here, I'll play you.
Oh, you've actually got it.
Got it here.
Liam, Jack. Now, I must say that I was a bit embarrassed to be part of the Neds organisation when I seen that you two are claiming to have played cricket at any sort of level. It's quite clear to me that you've never actually picked up a cricket bat in your life, Liam. I'm not sure what's going on. Being a Queenslander, I thought you may have played some sort of sport, but it's quite evident to me after watching those videos that you've actually never played cricket or picked up a cricket bat. So to claim that you won Best and Fairest award at Kookaroo Cricket Club is insanity to me. It's clear that your parents have gone to the trophy shop and made one up for you and got it printed out and then presented it to you at home and said that you won the award. It's clear that you've never played cricket. Jack, I think there's a little bit to work with there, so I'm more than happy to come down and give you guys a few tips. I think Jack's shown enough that there's a potential to grow, but Fogs, you're a long, long way behind. A bit of mental toughness wouldn't go astray, and I'm also hearing you're getting x-rays at the moment for a bruised rib. I mean, I don't know how you could possibly get bruised in a cricket net session, but obviously you have been because you've got a bat. You're supposed to use the bat. Keep it away from your ribs.
Wow, okay. Oh, man.
That was called unpopular opinion.
Yeah. Wow, Rocky doesn't miss with his opinions.
Rocky, I cannot wait to pump you all over the park, mate. The Brisbane Lions were shit when you were playing for them, and now they're good, so I reckon that's all on you.
We've got a real blood feud here now.
Man,
this is great. This is great theatre.
Oh, I'm fired up.
We might have a bit of a leaky ship. I don't know how it got out that you're getting scans on your ribs.
Well, I mean, you're the only one that knows that, so clearly
Rich
you fed him the info.
Rich has worked closely with Rocky in the past as well. We'll never know.
He's clinging to relevance trying to call us out. So, yeah, bring it on, Rock.
Is there any updates on your physical condition? What's happened there?
Nah, I'm fine. I'm fine. I just needed any excuse to get some meds, I reckon. We'll be right. I can't wait to take Rocky to town now.
I think you should bring that trophy along with you next week as well. Just
maybe.
to prove it exists.
Yeah, it certainly does. Boys, we're officially in Melbourne Cup week, which is the busiest week for us here at Neds. Obviously, the race that stops the nation. And there's plenty of blokes getting around that claim to be experts, especially in this office, and they've all got their own secret strats and, well, not secrets, they give them away. I want to put together a draft of the best mug punting strategies.
Love it.
We're not going to pretend to be experts. We're just going to bet on vibes.
The Melbourne Cup is a race that's often won by mug punters.
Certainly is. I think
form goes out the window, that's for sure.
Knight's Choice last year was about 100 to 1. And there's been a few others at long odds. The favourite rarely wins. It's a race for the mugs. So I thought we might put together some of the ways that you might hear people are punting on Tuesday next week, and we might see if we can find a winner that way. Jack, have you got anything for me here, mate?
Yeah, so what are we going to do? A snake draft, 3 picks each?
Yeah, and we'll just go back and forth. So we'll go Jack, Shad, me, and then I'll send it back around, see how far we go.
We tried and true, like, best ways to pick, or are we going left of field? Because I'll tell you right now, I've gone left of field.
Okay.
Well, let's just see where this takes us, because I'm curious now. So, Jack? Where are you going to start us, mate?
All right. Well, I'll start with the winning formula of just a lucky number.
Yeah. Okay.
So, mine's 21. A bit of history on the number is actually number 4 has won the most cups. So if you want to go just on pure number form, regardless of horses, you're looking at number 4's won it 13 times.
Yeah, okay. 4's open doors, do they?
4's the number. Or if you like barrier numbers,
yep,
you're looking at number 11.
So you've just taken 2 picks there, surely.
Well, Melbourne Cup, you never just pick one horse, do you?
No, fair enough. You can't draft 2 players in a row.
But
you trade
my first strategy is just the luck of the number.
Okay, very nice. Shad, left of field, you say?
Yeah, look, I've been doing a little bit of research into the Melbourne Cup, and boys, I don't want to go out here and say such a blasphemous comment, but I'm wondering if the Melbourne Cup might be slightly racist.
Wow.
And one of the reasons I bring this
Horses
up,
only win?
Well, there has not been a pure black horse to win the Melbourne Cup since Clean Sweep in 1900, according to my search, which makes me really confused as to what's going on down there at the paddock. Because one of my favourite ways to pick in any horse race is I generally look for the horse that is the odd colour out.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
I'm on a grey horse. So I'm trying to find in the field right now, I mean, you boys are far more across the form guide than I am, if there are any pure black horses running in the Melbourne Cup this year, because I wonder...
So you think they're due, maybe?
Maybe it's about time to see the change we want to see in the world.
I have heard grey horses run faster in the rain.
Okay, grey in the rain.
Grey in the rain.
That's not bad. Not bad at all.
So my first pick's going to be the colour of the horse, is what I'm going for.
Specifically,
and if you are looking
jet
for the
black.
more likely odds, from my research, 39 brown horses have won the race, 34 chestnut, and I think only 6 grey horses have won, the last being Efficient in 2007. So,
Okay.
colour of the horse is what I'm going for.
Very nice. I'm going to take, with my first pick, one of the most famous punting methods you'll find on Melbourne Cup Day is just the colour of the silks instead of the colour of the horse. That's not one that I'd really considered, but, look good, feel good, play good. And I think, fashion's on the field. It's another big thing on the Tuesday. So I'm going to be taking colours of the silks.
Yeah, and what specifically are you looking for there?
Why don't we pull up who's racing today? Let's look at Bendigo. Bendigo Cup is today. Just looking for something that you could probably rock. I'm not a fan of the footy strips. Shocker. There's one that looks like Parramatta running in the Bendigo Cup today. There's 2 actually, but for me, I'm looking for that sort of maybe a nice blue with maybe some white sleeves. That's probably where I'm looking. So based on...
Can I help you out here, Fox?
Yes.
Quick research for you. Apparently, and I could be wrong here, but I believe white is the most successful colour silk to win the Melbourne Cup. 75 winning jockeys have had white on their silks.
Yeah,
that is a great contrast to the black horses really struggling there. What is the theme here?
And you have called horse racing racist, so all white silks... there could be something in that.
Next successful colour is blue, actually, guys. Blue has been in the colours of 61 Melbourne Cup winners as well.
There you
so
go.
I think you might be onto something about trying to pick what's going on with the colour code.
Very nice. Okay, well, it is a snake draft, so I might take the next pick as well, and we'll go back to Shad. I think the next one I'd like is a decent name.
Yep.
Whether it's clever, whether it's a pun, whether it just sounds hard as hell, that's kind of where I'm looking. And when you look at the field at the Melbourne Cup, one smooth operator who won the Geelong Cup last year.
Smooth operator.
I remember singing that all the way home after we drove back from the Geelong Cup last year. That might be where I'm looking. Buckaroo is another one that just sounds great. So that's 2 for me. Shad, have you got another one?
I'm going... Well, I was going to go name. I'm a big name guy. I cannot read a form to save my life when it comes to horse racing. But what I can do is I can go off a tip from an old dog.
Oh.
Tip from an old dog is one of my favourite ones. Anyone who's got a wonderful little punter's hat that's sitting there slapping a form guide, That's probably my number 2 option in terms of picking a winner.
So just going down to your local,
100%.
or if you're at the races, just find the oldest bloke getting around.
A guy who looks like he was there to watch the first winner of the Melbourne Cup. That's the one I'm looking for.
I love it. I love when they call it mail as well. It's, I've got some mail. It's like,
Yeah.
what does that mean?
Someone that's got a notebook.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
Pencil behind the ear is really good. Like a
Yeah.
keynote pencil still tucked into the hat.
And
Like that.
If he's got the newspaper with him as well,
Yeah. The kind of guy that's ticking like 1 million boxes in a first 4.
and just reeks of Marlboro Reds. I rate that very highly. Jack, what you got for me?
My second pick is Omen Bets.
Okay.
So just signs you see throughout the week leading up to the race, or conversations you have, words that capture your attention, like we were talking about the Cup being a bit racist just now. That's kind of triggered me to looking at one of the horses here is called Middle Earth, and Lord of the Rings is very much just different species pitting themselves against each other. So this one's just jumped out at me like right now, and I feel it in my. I'm getting goosebumps right now just thinking about it. So, and that's a sign of a very good omen. So I'll be all in on Middle Earth. Thank you.
Very nice. Have you got one more on the snake?
Oh yeah, snake. It always gets me, the snake.
We might do one more race through them.
All right, we'll race through this. We all like to kind of you do your research, or you do your mug research on the day or the leading up, but then at the race, just before the race jumps itself, you kind of have an instinct on a horse. You see a horse,
When
its
they're
behaviour in
around
the
the
mounting yard,
Yep.
and you're like, that looks athletic,
Yeah.
or that's in a right mindset.
If it does a poo,
Yeah.
yeah,
Horses doing a poo in the mounting yard.
just a bit of stripping weight.
Yeah, stripping weight. Yeah, some are carrying a bit of weight for these races. So any weight they can get rid of, I'm jumping on. I'm adding my weight to that horse.
That's good stuff.
Very nice.
I like that kind of. I was going to go with a similar thing of like how hot the horse is, but you've kind of covered all bases there. 'Cause, you know, it's sometimes
Yeah, shiny coat.
Yeah, and you're like,
on
geez,
it.
there's a good look.
They look a bit vascular.
Oh yeah.
yeah.
I'm actually. You know what? I'm actually going to give you a genuine strategy.
Oh, nice.
Righto. So you're saying these weren't genuine?
Well, I mean, I feel like this is probably going to have a better odds idea. I'm going to go. You weren't going to find this out on Saturday, but through my research, I believe barrier 5 in the Melbourne Cup.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Most successful barrier is barrier 5.
Okay.
So for me, I go 5 in barrier 5. And if it lines up, just happens to line up with any of your other omens, you know, whether that horse that's in there has done the poo, or if it's, you know, it's a chestnut coloured horse that's in barrier 5. If it's one of your birthdays, 21 in barrier 5, you watch me load up on that because I
Oh,
can.
yes.
Very nice. I've got one more, and then we'll jump into Shad's corner. But the one for me on Melbourne Cup Day, another great mug strategy, is just whoever you draw in the office sweepstakes.
Yes.
I think fate
double down.
decides it for you, and yeah, you just leave it up to the gods.
An honourable mention, I think Shad mentioned this earlier this week, is just chucking $1 on every horse.
Yeah,
Last year you're up substantially, so chucking $1 on the field. Pray for the roughies.
Roughies is definitely one.
I mean, in a race like the Melbourne Cup, you know, you're a good chance. What, $30 down and $100 return.
Exactly.
Or $70 in the green last year. I don't mind that at all.
Once the field's finalised and the barriers are drawn, we'll put up some social posts with our strategies
Yeah, we
for
might
the
have a
punters
crack.
to follow. Yeah.
Very nice. But, I mean, don't follow us too closely if they please.
And drop your own strategies below in the comments.
Yeah, we'd love to hear them. All right. Shad, you've got a audio-visual production put together for us here.
I just wanted to get in touch with this because obviously I'm an NFL nut. I know a lot of our fans are as well, and especially the boys, you boys sitting there in the studio. But, you know, it's been a rough season so far in the NFL when it comes to injuries and surprise packets in this year. And I know I did power rankings of the worst leg injuries this season. And it's a shame because one player just missed out on making the cut for that power rankings because unfortunately for you folks, the great Cam Skattebo getting his ankle this past week in the NFL and dashing pretty much any hopes of the Giants having a fun run this season with their exciting whites setup of quarterback and running back. And I just thought, more in honour for you, Fogs, as a Giants fan.
Thank you.
I thought we'd put a little package together to celebrate what was a fantastic few games of the Cam Skattebo era, who I think captured the hearts and minds of a lot of us NFL fans. So just thought I'd take a moment of today's episode to just pay some respects to the ones we lost.
Valet Cam Skattebo's ankles. Hopefully we get to see him on the field next year because, I mean, I haven't felt that much joy watching the New York Giants since Odell Beckham was getting around.
What do you think he's going to be doing with all his spare time now, Cam?
Well, look, he's just had a successful ankle surgery. Clearly feels no pain. He might be back next week, honestly.
I've got to tell you, I feel like if Neds was running odds on what was going to put a damper on Cam Skattebo's career, I think an ankle injury was actually like double digits.
I can't believe he did his ankle before missing a single snap to head injury.
Yeah, crazy to me.
Here's a question for you, Shad. Would you be taking him for comeback player of the year next year?
To be completely honest, I feel like it's one of the worst things to possibly happen to him. I'm kind of concerned that you may have seen an awesome career, unfortunately, be completely derailed. Because it's hard pressed to tell me a running back that has been able to really return from an injury like that. Like, the ligaments are kind of different, and even that takes like a year running up. But look at like Dak Prescott, very similar injury, and look at him running now. It looks like he's running in like quicksand when he's trying to move, and he wasn't exactly a massively explosive player, but
the thing that might be on Skattebo's side is, does his brain feel pain?
Well, clearly not. And I think the other thing going for him as well was that it was a dislocation. I don't think there was any actual breakage.
Okay, well, that's pretty handy.
Yeah.
I will say, fascinating move by the Giants. Have you seen who your running back is going to be this week alongside Tracy?
Is it Singletary?
There was rumors that they might have to bring up like a practice squad player who potentially could also play defense.
Dear, oh dear. Okay, well,
jeez, so look out, Hunter areas.
We're back to being a factory of sadness. Excellent. All right, I'm probably going to have to go have a little bit of a sob, but when we come back, we might get into some betting. All right, fellas, it's time to talk a little bit of punting. We've got one of our futures events coming up. We've already talked about Melbourne Cup a fair bit, but I want to remind the punters of what we're doing here. So before episode 1, we sat down and we chose a heap of different events for the next 12 months, and then we sat down and picked who we think are going to win those events. We've already had one in the Everest, and Jack is up 1-0. He got Zach Purton to win the Everest. This week we've got the Melbourne Cup. We've got 3 different jockeys. Shad, you've got Craig Williams. I'm on Jamie Carr. Jack, you're on J-Mac. The field is not out yet, so we can't tell you who's on what horse yet. Maybe the people that know a bit more about racing might have a bit more of an idea, but we don't. But yeah, that's one to keep an eye on when the field comes out. The main thing that we're going to talk about this week, boys, is our 10-unit challenge. It's pretty grim on my side of the spreadsheet. I had the Chiefs minus 10.5 and over 47.5 points. Got the Chiefs to cover, but there was not enough points there. Shad, you were up and about. You thought you were home until I went back and listened to the recording last week. Do you remember what you had?
I didn't realise I showed faith in my Cowboys, which, as a Cowboys fan, I should have realised to never, ever do. Linking George Pickens into a multi with Rice was one of the worst decisions ever, but I'm still up, so I'm not that down.
No, you'll be right, Shad. You from 30 units invested, you are only down -8. You're technically still winning. I'm minus 30 units. Jack, you are minus 8.3 units. And do you know what you had last week? I've got it here.
Yeah, I had all the big 4 EPL teams getting up and 3 of them fell down. It was a disaster. But it was also good for my future pick of Arsenal to win the PL because they're flying away with it at the moment. Early doors, but it's looking good there.
You had 5 units on Arsenal and City, and then the other 5 on Liverpool and Chelsea for no return. I might get things started this week. I'm still chasing quite hard, I haven't got a single bet home. I've split my units in half this week. I've got 5 units on same game multi in the Ashes, the rugby league Ashes. I'm taking Reece Walsh and Tony Staggs anytime try scorers. We don't have a price for that just yet. But then my other 5 units, I'm taking the Chicago Bears and the Indianapolis Colts, both to win their matchups, $2.68. Jack, what have you got?
Very
for me,
nice.
mate?
All right, I'm doing the same with 2 multis. You shouldn't chase your losses, but I'm just confident in these, so it's not about chasing anything, guys. I'm diving back into the Premier League, picking Arsenal again. They've got Fulham on the road. They've got Burnley on the road. Then I've got Newcastle against West Ham, who have been absolutely horrible. And Manchester United, I'm a big Man U fan. This is the first time I've allowed myself to back them this year. And I know they're going to disappoint me, but I've got those 3 teams to win at about 450, is it?
445 to be exact.
Yeah, round her up to 450 for me. Update on Manchester United while I'm out there. We got the Strand guy who is the bloke who's not cutting his hair until Man United win 5 games in a row. And one of my futures funny bets was that this bloke was not going to cut his hair at all this season, maybe not for the next 3 seasons. Since that bet, Man U have won 3 in a row.
So this would be number 4.
So they had never gone back-to-back under Amarin, and they've won 3 in a row. This will be number 4 that I'm backing them in. And number 5, if it were to get there, would be against Tottenham, the Europa League final rematch. But I think there would be more at stake here with old mate's hair. And he'll be at 400 days without a haircut at that point. So that's a little wrinkle in that one. Anyway, back to the units. So I'm 5 units on that EPL multi, and 5 units I'm looking at the Pac Champs, New Zealand versus Tonga. You were at the game. Tonga Samoa.
We haven't talked about that at all.
You said Tonga looked absolutely atrocious.
Yes, they did.
So I've loaded up on NZ here in my multi. I've gone Casey McLean to get over, Jamie Asako to get over.
Jermaine. Yep.
Over 38.5 points, alternate line, and New Zealand to cover the line, which is minus 9.5 points, and that's $5.88. So chasing big returns this week.
Fair enough.
Boy.
Shad, have you actually landed on a bet here yet?
I do. Can I get clarification? What is a unit?
Well, a unit is different for every single punter. It could be $1, it could be 50 cents, it could be $100, it could be $1,000.
Sounds like ours are $1.
Wise man once said,
down when I won by putting 10 units on a $2 something odds Rice, and then I lose the next one, and I'm somehow down 8 units. By mine, I should be in the positive.
It's all about betting within your means here, Shad.
Anyway,
so
that's fine. I'm going a multi as well, boys. I'm going 3 legs.
Yep.
$5 odds. And I'm looking at the NFL. The Washington Commanders, as much as they looked okay in the first half against Kansas City, I think they're a bit woeful right now. The shine has really worn off. They've got Seattle coming to town. I think the Seahawks will come in and get over the top of them. That's $1.50 for those bad boys. Then I'm looking over at Jacksonville Jaguars and the Raiders. This is an awful game. Not something to enjoy watching, but I think I like to have a little flutter on bad games to give me some stake in it. So I'm going to take the Jags, who I still think, even though there's rumors of them trading Brian Thomas Jr. before the deadline, I feel like there's still something that could click in this offense. And the Raiders are the type of team to go against to try and get that working. So I'm going to have the Jags to beat the Raiders and continue the Raiders' slump. And on the other side of this, I'm looking at the Neds betting here, and I cannot believe this is sitting here, boys. But the Denver Broncos, who have scored 70-plus points in the last 2 games, are $2.05 dogs when they are playing this weekend against, and let me bring it up for you, the Houston Texans.
Who don't look good.
No. I know they've got a decent defense and they had a win on the weekend, but I do not believe in the Texans. And I do believe in the Denver Broncos. So, I mean, if you're going to give me $2.05, the line's not really worth grabbing at 1.5 points. But I will take that, put them all together. That is all my units on a $5.05, I believe.
Did you watch much of that Texans game?
Oh, I watched some highlights, but they weren't really impressive.
I think I was up at 3 a.m. watching it. The first half, I think they made sure the 49ers only had the ball for about 3 minutes, which was a record. Like, they just didn't let the Niners play football. So I think there's a lot to read into that. You let a team
I like what we're seeing out of Woody Marks.
Big fan of Woody. But, yeah, Nico's obviously out. I rate that very, very highly. So Seahawks, Jags, Broncos, $5.05. I think that's a pretty good price.
Thanks, mate. That's very kind of you.
If Fogs likes it, then you're in trouble, mate. So
that is true, actually, God. Oh, no.
Boys, we might take a quick break, and I'm going to get set up for trivia.
All right, before we get stuck into Liam's trivia this week, I just want to plug the Silly Season Open Group. We've got some exciting news for the punters. We're doing a hosted pot on the 12th of November. That's a Wednesday. The NBA's back. The powers that be have been loving our punishment segments on the pod. And so they've combined the two, and we're doing a punishment pot. What's a punishment pot,
how does
you
that
ask?
work?
All right. So either we win and everyone wins. We get a few bets up. The punters get their money back and then some. Or if we lose, then we get punished.
That doesn't seem fair.
Doesn't seem fair for us. So what we'll do is we'll get a punishment wheel like we do.
Show that off.
In the pod. But we'll be asking for punters' suggestions on what we should put on the wheel for the punishment pot.
Jeez.
So it could be a lot worse than shouting someone lunch, per se.
Some of our punters are real sickos as well.
Our boss suggested getting hit by paintballs or some sort of jackass thing. I don't know if I like that. Yeah, he's a bit of a sicko. Everyone wants Shad to get a haircut, but I think that's off the table.
I've already gotten a tattoo this year for this show. I'm not doing that again.
So, keep an eye out for the promotions for that one. Remember to join the Silly Season pod, just jump on the app and use the code SILLYSEZN, 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 and join in the fun.
Fun for them, not fun for us.
It's a punishment for us. We just got to win, guys.
Simple as that. All right, fellas, we might jump into a bit of trivia. I won last week, so it was my job to set you fellas up here. And we've obviously been talking a fair bit of horse racing. It's that time of year. I've been dabbling into the horse racing myself, and I've discovered that a lot of the horses getting around could also be bands in my Spotify rotation. We played this last year and it worked really well, but you boys weren't on. So this week we are playing Metal Band or Racehorse. And the way that this works is I'm going to throw a name out to you boys. You're both going to pick whether you think it's a metal band or a racehorse. We'll see who's got the most correct answers at the end. Jack, you've spent a lot of time in rental cars with me when I've been on the Auks, so I I think you should do okay at this if you've been paying attention.
Let's do it.
All right. We're going to start with North Lane.
North Lane, that's definitely a band. Or is it a horse?
I'm going to say North Lane's a band as well.
Well done, fellas. North Lane is a metal band, one of my personal favourites. So starting off nice and easy. Jumping into the next one, we've got Quietness.
I think Quietness is a horse.
Not going to lie, I think I saw this in the Melbourne Cup field. So I'm jumping on horse here.
You're both correct. Quietness is a racehorse, but he's running at Bendigo today. Bendigo race 6.
Morty, we're going to Bendigo.
Gotta get me green cube. Up next, fellas, we've got Architects.
Architects, that sounds like a band to me.
I'm going to say it's a band.
Oh,
You boys are killing it. You are 3 from 3 each.
no punishments this week.
Wow. Up next, boys, we've got Paleface Swiss.
All right, well, this is the first wobbly. Paleface Swiss.
My dad.
Yep, 2 words. Paleface Swiss.
I'm going to say that's a band. I'm going to say I've no idea, though.
I just try to see if I can hear it being said, and they come down to the final 100, Paleface Swiss. Now I'm going to go with the horse.
Jack, you are correct. Paleface Swiss is a metal band. Funnily enough, out of Switzerland. Up
Horrible.
next, we've got Fear No Evil.
Horse.
Fear no evil. Yeah, I'm going horse as well.
You boys are killing it. Fear No Evil is a racehorse. Up next, Electric Wizard.
Let's go band.
Shad?
Surely you've got to go the other way.
I'm going to have to say horse.
Electric Wizard is a metal band.
Oh, it's all over, mate.
Jack-
It is all over.
Jack's almost gone 100% here. We've got a couple left. We've got Power Trip.
That's a horse.
Shad, what are you going to say?
I think I've heard that on the take for being a horse.
Yeah? Lock it in. Both saying horse. Power Trip is a metal band.
Oh my God, that was my
Well,
chance.
that was your way in.
I reckon Jack's going to get this one. We've got Middle Earth.
Middle Earth. That is my omen bet. That is my omen bet, and we've heard it twice on the pod. I'm definitely dropping some money on this horse. Horse.
Yeah, obviously horse. Doesn't really matter anymore. I've lost.
Correct. Middle Earth is a racehorse. I got very dirty when you were talking about that earlier. I was like, One last one. Very fitting for the pod. We've got Silly Goose.
Silly goose.
Silly Goose.
I'm going to go band. That's a cool band name.
I'll go horse.
Silly Goose is a metal band. Well done.
Metal band called Silly Goose.
They're more punk than metal, but it is
Mate, you are having a laugh with
there is a band called Silly Goose nonetheless.
Looks like a band to me, so I guess that's the answer.
Oh, you're on mute, mate. You're on mute. I can't hear. Jack, you almost went 100% there. Well done, mate. You are the winner
Cheers, mate.
today. That was metal band or racehorse. I'm going to
Sorry,
make it
Chad.
harder next time.
This is back-to-back punishments for the great man.
Are we going to spin the wheel for him?
Do you want me to spin for you, mate?
Yeah, but I won't be able to do the punishment until I'm back on deck next week. So this is going to be...
That's all right. Shout lunch.
Yeah!
Yes! I am a hungry
Yes! Oh, I'm a winner.
All right, boys. Uber Eats is on me.
Oh, hell yeah. We're getting 7-Eleven.
boy. Yeah.
Boys, we might wrap the show up with our tour ball multi,
Oh, Jesus.
and then we'll get
Got 'em.
out of here. The tour ball multi, for those that aren't in the know, we pick 3 player picks. We put them together in a 3-leg multi. We haven't hit one yet. Shad, if you were in the studio today, you'd be wearing the Silly Goose hat for your efforts in the tour ball multi last week. You're supposed to pick a player, and you picked the New York Giants. That's 53 players, and none of them won.
I think it was the smelling salts last week.
If you want to call them players, that is.
Yeah, well,
Yeah,
I mean,
well, exactly.
so
ruined me.
have you got a player pick for us this week?
Yes, but there's been some real bad mouthing in this podcast. For those that don't know, I was actually born in the friendly islands known as Tonga. I was born in Vava'u. and I follow the Tongan rugby league team with great passion. And although I did not like their display on the weekend, I am going to back a Tongan try scorer for our tour ball. And I'm actually going to go with Daniel Tupou to score for the Tongans. 255 is
very good.
Very nice. So you'd think they'd figure it out after whatever that was last week.
Yeah, I feel like I watched that game and I was kind of like, look, Samoa is like, they've got a lot of rugby league experience and so does Tonga, but Samoa has a lot of rugby league experience with also games under their belt, whereas Tonga's a lot of young guys. I look forward to the next year or so. They really need to unlock that hard situation. That was an awful game by Izzy Katoa. So
I just want more Islander footy. It was the greatest spectacle I've ever seen.
I couldn't believe it when they said, what is it, like 2 years or something since Tonga played Samoa? Like, that should be every year.
Yeah.
It's essentially Pacific Islands like origin.
I've never heard Suncorp Stadium louder, and there was 44,000 there. Yeah, what?
Phenomenal.
Oh, dude, it was just incredible. And I think when Samoa scored the first try, like, my ears were ringing. It was that loud in the stadium, and it wasn't full.
I know that we're in the betting part here and probably should have been at the top of the app, but I mean, it is insanity that the NRL is like, oh yeah, we're going to play the final in Parramatta. I understand it. Like, there's great communities there that will turn out, but that stadium's too small.
Yeah.
And also, if Australia is not competing, the final should be in New Zealand.
Correct. Or bring it back to Suncorp. Like, there was enough people there.
Crazy to me that they're playing that final there.
Liam, you were going for Tonga for the first 5 minutes, and then you switched allegiance.
Well, but that was because I was sitting in the middle of a heap of Samoans, and I thought for my personal health and safety.
I think it was because of the scoreboard.
Yeah, it didn't help. I think I've decided that the 20th NRL team should just be a Pacifica team as well. Like that
Pacifica taken out of the Super Rugby.
That passion is an untapped market for the NRL. We've gotten very sidetracked.
Anyway, that's a good segue into my tour ball player prop, which is Sebastian Kris to score anytime for New Zealand at $1.96. So, yeah. Sorry, Chad.
That's right.
Yeah.
We could be looking at three. We could be looking at every leg inside this game, I reckon, looking at Fogs right now.
We're not. We're definitely not. I'm taking Amon-Ra St. Brown in the NFL. I think. Oh, who they got? The Vikings. So yeah, rivalry game. Yeah, I don't have much to say about it. Amon-Ra St. Brown.
Who knows? He's going to be playing quarterback for the Vikings, mate.
Yeah,
Wentz is out. It's all over the place.
Correct. So that's our 3 picks: Tupou, Seb Kris, and Amon-Ra St. Brown in the tall ball multi. We need to get one of those home.
Yeah, we need to get to the States, boys. It's not looking good.
Yeah, certainly not.
The goal was to try and earn some money for some flights, and at the moment we are well in the red.
No.
We are in bad space.
I think a high-interest saver would have done us better at this rate. Boys,
I'm really dirty that we did it on a Wednesday because I originally wrote down for my tour ball was Shohei Ohtani to hit a home run.
He doubled down.
$3.
He's playing today. But all good. All good, boys. We might get out of here. But are you back in the studio next week, Shad?
I think we'll be back in the studio, boys. We'll be suited up, ready for a bloody day of racing.
Yeah, that's right. Melbourne Cup Day. We're recording next week. All right, let's get out of here. Thank you, Jack.
Cheers, Fogs.
Thank you, Shad.
Thanks, Rich.
Thank you, Rich. Thank you, punters. We'll see you next week.
Imagine what you could be buying instead. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website